What's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy with JMed's Brick Clicks. I've got a city update for you today. Now, if you missed my last video, I kind of did a farm update. Got our reindeer farm, some custom trees, our Christmas tree farm, and started kind of winterize a lot of the trees. We're not really going to focus on the farm as much as we're going to focus on the city and Main Street, kind of the downtown area. I'm going to take you the long way around to show you maybe some ideas if you want to try this yourself, because Lego in the past has come out with a lot of just large, now I don't want to say weird sets, but not very useful sets other than decorations. Kind of like those. Now, for me, you'll notice this kind of throughout the city. You can see some of the big trees on top of the modulars. That's kind of a thing in rural towns, kind of like where I live, where the population of like the entire city, I call it, the town, it's 3,000 people. So, we have a main street and not much else. But people put stuff, the big inflatables, maybe big Christmas trees and things on their roof lines because they're only 1 or 2-story buildings, so you can see them. So that's what I kind of went with my own kind of personal experiences. So on our monorail station, we've got some wreaths. Custom wreath there. If you haven't seen that, I've got videos on that. It's a really fun, easy wreath to make as long as you've got that round 4x4 piece. Yeah, it's a really easy thing to make. Let's take a look. I even put a wreath on this. Here's a quick look at it at the back. That's a clear one. And just how it's made. Okay. The polybag train, yeah, it goes on there well. This horse on top of the chilies, that's okay. I just wanted to use it. Top of the money bin, we got a inflatable Santa Claus. And over here on top of the sanctum, if you have brick heads, I noticed Lego didn't come out with any themed holiday brick heads this year. No Christmas, no Halloween. Kind of weird. Maybe they're not selling as well, or maybe they run out of ideas, or maybe they're taking a year off to sell what inventory they got. Anyway, if you want to do this to decorate your city, put them on top of this. I mean, you've got all these modulars with big flat roof areas. Spice it up a little bit. I mean, get some use out of them rather than just building them and sitting them on your shelf. Maybe add a little stuff to them. You can see we've got the reindeer and the elf. One of the elves over there. The big Christmas tree on top of Cafe Corner. Another couple Christmas trees around. Mrs. Claus on top of the skyscraper or apartment sit complex. Yeah, fire station, or the fire station, but the Ghostbusters HQ fire station. It's got a big flat roof area. Try to use it. You'll notice, yeah, it kind of looks like a big web mess. But if we get over here, you can see they're just strung back and forth using the lights. Yeah, I started this a few years ago. I think Lego's actually kind of started using it a lot more now. We kind of started using it at the same time, so I don't want to say they took my idea, but I'm not going to say that I took their idea either. Didn't really do anything to my custom Avengers Tower, which is actually a foot taller than the official Avengers Tower, and mine actually has a full Quinjet, not that little mini crap. We'll come back and look at the Christmas parade that I got set up in just a second. So yeah, Mrs. Claus. Got our tree there. The weird little Santa poly bag that came out. That little poly bag. What other stuff do we have? Oh yeah, plenty of wreaths. And then, yeah, Parisian restaurant, poly bags. That's my very first Santa poly bag set that I ever got. It's late 80s, early 90s. I got to check the year on that. Tree there. I think what else do I got before I start going down and showing you the main street. Oh yeah. That like wreath with the bells, that goes on my custom Lego store. And then the Daily Bugle. which I don't have that buggy that goes here. I left it off so I could attach my strings. Use some just little quick coloring for the green with the wreath stuff, and then those ornaments. That works out well for that because you can just hang them. Daily Bugle's always been a great building to decorate for all occasions. All right, here's Main Street. So looking at it like this, we got the lights. Probably went overboard with the light strings this year. I wanted to see what it looked like going just way, way overboard. But we got floats. We got people marching. We've got trucks, Santa. Oh yeah, little things like that. Adding some white, just laying stuff over the top of your regular green trees. Just some white. That always works out well. And when I say white stuff, I mean any of these, with the limbs, or if you got those white leaf pieces, those, or even any of these, which have been on the pick-a-brick wall stuff for a long time in the winter, using those to hang from your trees. Just kind of this hodgepodge of stuff. Just fill it up. Okay, another little area that I changed. This is going to be a train station at some point. So I use the stuff to get the curve, using those angle pieces. So we'll do a train station at some point, but I did open it up, clean it up, just to have a little thing there. Yeah, it's a really quick rush job for this area because I really don't want to build something substantial and then take it apart. But anyway, we're going to start right here. We'll look at the front of the parade in just a second. Got our custom truck. I think I got the instructions on that somewhere like 5 or 6 years ago. Then the official red Lego truck over there. Little Santa. He's flanked on both sides by his elf crew. And we've got the gingerbread men and women. Looks like they're passing out stuff to the crowd. Followed by a little group of 6 Nutcracker men marching. Little polybag train there I got a few years ago. The reindeer with the little sled that came in the elf clubhouse. Let's try to bring you up. Wow, that's a really interesting view going up like that. We'll come down. You can see my tractor. I think the camera is going to get stuck or go blurry with the lights, so we'll just zoom in. So we got our tractor there. Made a little float. You've seen this float in the past. I just keep kind of changing stuff out. I used the Santa brickhead, put him on there, put a little tree on there. The little, yeah, some pieces, just random pieces, some presents. So yeah, I knew that was going to happen doing that. So that's why I was trying to zoom in. Our police vehicle. We got another float in the back. Let's see if we can come around here. Okay. And pulled by a tractor. Yeah, it was a Halloween float, so that's why it's black. So you kind of just got to work with me. But the very end of the float always has Santa. I know that's how the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is. There's always a Santa at the very end for Christmas. So that's what I did. I put Santa at the very end. But a big, kind of the big inflatable or big Santa display. And then actual Santa. This is the new Santa. It's got that candy cane on the back. I got this off the little pick-a-brick kiosk inside the Lego store. When you like build 3 for $10 here in the U.S., that's what that Santa's from. With the dark red coloration, hat and body, rather than the every other year. It's always been regular bright red or just standard red. So that's the end of the parade. Look there. There's where we got. Let's look at the front of the parade. Front of every parade, you got to have police cars. I added some presents on the back of each one of them. And I forgot in the past, I don't know why, I got called out by one of my assistant scoutmasters in my Boy Scout troop. Why don't you have scouts holding flags? So that's what I do. Each scout, they've got their uniforms on, they've got their Santa hats on, because we do a Christmas parade where I live, and we all wear Santa hats. We carry our flags, and yeah, so I've got 6 scouts here carrying just different random color flags. And beyond that, we've got this custom, I got off reBrickable, a Humvee. Kind of decorated it up with some red flowers on each side. And yeah, he's actually shooting out a big star out of the 50 caliber on top. Little four-wheeler. We always have four-wheelers in our parades. And then the classic fire truck. I actually put a, let me zoom in on that so you can see the little train. Kind of works well on top of the tracks. I call it tracks, well, on top of the ladder. So that kind of works out well, just as an idea. Again, if you guys want to use any of these ideas, hey, that's what it's there for. Kind of like the garage. That flat area there is great to put a brick head or a tree. I think I've done that in the past too. But if you guys have any other ideas, hey, let me know. Give me some other ideas. You can see I hung a wreath off of the monorail. Try to use as much random stuff because you get all these little things in your sets that you don't use, or just random weird builds. I mean, every single Winter Village set comes with a new Christmas tree. Well, what do you do with 10, 15 different Christmas trees? You only got so much room, so that's what I started doing. Putting them on top of the buildings, just giving it a look, so when you're way back here, and you just stand and stare at it for just a minute or so, you really start to see a lot of Christmas stuff. So that's what I'm going for. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Check out the farm video. We got a little bit more to update on that. And yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully I may have given you some inspiration. Oh yeah, one little last thing. We got our new little Christmas shop, pop-up shop here. And I'm on the edge. Our Christmas train and the trolley over here, kind of ready to go. I probably should have moved them up there closer to the city, but that's okay. We had these little angels. Those were, I think, poly bags back in the early 90s as well. I got 2 of those. Okay, thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your comments, and we'll see you in the next one.